I really like this guy so much, but I don't know how to tell him. How will he fall in love with me if he doesn't know me? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is 10 ways to make your crush fall in love with you. So I'm going to give you 10 ways to make your crush fall in love with you. Well, crush. Having a crush is fun. The butterflies, the sneaky glances when they walk by, and the daydreams that follow. So, to make your crush fall into you, here are 10 ways. 1. Confidence. This is one of the most important parts of it. But with that being said, it takes a certain level of confidence to start making eyes at your crush. Whether you already know them or it's someone you've been crushing on from afar, you are going to need the confidence to make this work. And here's the thing, even if you are not the most confident person in the world, that's okay. Half of us are faking it anyway, and no one is the wiser. So when you know you're about to bump into your crush, put on some motivational music. Make sure you look your best and smile as if your heart isn't about to jump out of your chest. Just don't come across as arrogant though. You want your crush to notice you and find your confidence so beautiful. But there's a fine line which people sometimes overstep because they try too hard. Be confident towards what you want. 2. Avoid plague. The best relationships are based on friendship. And since that's your end goal if you are in love, you might be considering being their friend first before making a move. Don't do it. Once you are in that friend zone, it is hard to claw your way back out and make your crush see you as anything but an adorable pal who they call up from time to time. That is not your goal. So whilst you can be friendly with them, you want to avoid becoming too pally. But getting your crush to love you back doesn't have to be that hard. It can really be enjoyable for both of you. 3. Sight, eye contact. Eye contact is one of those things that will never go out of fashion. So much can be said with just a glance across the room. So it's no wonder if you're trying to get your crush to notice you, or even to get the hints that you love them. Using the magical power of your eyes might just do the trick. And honestly, you don't have to batter your eyelashes at them or stare until they get freaked out. Just a lingering look will be enough to send their hearts falling. 4. Listen to them. When your crush is likely to pick up on the fact that you are distracted when you are thinking of other things other than them. Naturally, people are drawn to those who show genuine interest in them. So get into the habit of taking mental notes when they speak, even if it's not particularly important. And it helps to follow up on the things they've told you in the past. Ask them how their exam went. Find out how the dog is doing. Don't be afraid to show them that you hang on to their every word. They will love you for that. 5. Keep personality intact. It can be tempting to put on a front and act in a way that you usually wouldn't. Maybe you try to act cool instead of being your usual goofy, jokey self, which your crush would probably love to see, by the way. Let's face it, no one likes being catfished. Even if you're only doing it with your personality, they'll come to realize at some point because we can't hide our true nature forever. So be honest with them, you'll feel good for it, and they'll get a chance to fall in love with the real you and celebrate you just as you are. Don't act rich if you ain't rich. Don't act funny if you're not. Don't put vibes if you're not actually one. Just be yourself, and they will surely love you for that. Don't be afraid to show the real you. 6. Be playful and flirty. Well, being playful and flirty is your get out of jail card. The more you flirt, the less you'll be seen as just their pal. So how can you flirt with your crush to make them love you back? Here are your little tips. Tease them and make them laugh. Use physical touch such as putting your hand on their arm or playing with their hair. Use body language like leaning in when you speak to them. Compliment them often. Flirting is a great way to let your crush know that you are into them. And when done right, you can easily get their attention back. Just be natural about it and don't force it. However, hands down, the best way to flirt with a guy these days is through text message. 7. Passion research. This is probably one of the most important things you can do to get your crush to love you. Why? Because their passion is their happy place. It is a thing that gives their life meaning. So if you take an interest in it, they will instantly open up to you. And you'll start to look more attractive to your crush just by being interested, let alone if you share your passions in return. So whether you're a complete movie buff or you can't get enough of surfing, don't hold this stuff back from your crush. You might even want to consider inviting them along to see whether they enjoy it too. And hopefully they'll return the invitation. And just like that, you've got yourself a date with your crush where you can properly get to know each other. 8. Regularity. If you already have some form of a friendship acquaintance established with your crush, it is a good idea to offer a supportive shoulder for them to lean on. If you know that they are going through a hard time or they have a rough day at work and need to vent, be there for them and show them how much you are willing to do to make them feel better. The next time they are feeling a bit blue, you'll be the first one to pop into their mind and they will start associating with you with someone who makes them feel good. It's the ultimate way to win over their hearts and gain their trust. Always be there for them. 9. Focus. They say that opposite attracts, and that can be true. But even in those cases, most people tend to look for similarities. It makes us feel comforted and we see the other person as safe because they like some of the things we do. It helps us relate to each other. We learn a person that has something in common with us, and that makes us feel positively about that person because we feel positively about ourselves. So as quickly as you can, work out the things you share in common and to instantly make your crush relax and open up to you. 10. The last but not the least. Avoid talking about your previous relationship. I know how tempting this can be. You feel like sharing your past because it gives them an insight into the type of relationship you want or want to avoid. It's also a chance to show off what a great boyfriend or girlfriend you can be, or even a way to get sympathy from your crush, especially if you went through a tough breakup. But as much as it might take for an interesting emotional conversation, keep it to yourself for now. It is one of the things to dive into this type of conversation once you're together in a relationship, but it's not ideal when you're trying to get your crush to love you back. So these are the 10 signs and ways that can help you to make your crush fall in love with you. Thank you. Remember to click on the subscribe button, like, and click the notification button to know when next I'll post.